Happy Sunday. Another cold adventure in NYC, in New York City that is. Today I am in East Harlem, which is also called Spanish Harlem or El Barrio. And it's a famous, very vibrant neighborhood in New York City. So yeah, we used to actually live around here years ago, like 3 years ago or so. So I decided to stop by and walk around and see the old neighborhood where basically I lived for a long time before moving to Jersey. So let's walk around and see. So let's see, it starts from there, which is like basically north of 96th Street, and it goes up to maybe like 125th, and some say even up to 143rd Street, which is way north from here. So we have a pretty big range of land to walk right now. So stick around if you're curious to see this famous neighborhood in New York City. And let's walk around and see what's going on here, right? I'm just waiting for the lights to cross. We're gonna go north. This is 97th Street and 2nd Avenue. And right there across the street, that's a New York City hospital. It's called Metropolitan Hospital. And to the left, you see all these big buildings. That's a New York City Housing Authority, which helps, with cheaper rent and things like that. And it's interesting, it's such a big difference. Look, right here, these buildings are here. Right across the street, you see these like rich high-rise buildings that kind of like no one can afford rent in, I feel like, these days, So it's like all this rich area, and then it goes into the housing authority buildings that helps people with less fortunate, with less money, unfortunately. Yeah, right there, the famous Metropolitan Hospital. So, the little brief history of Harlem. Back in the days, right before like maybe 1860 or so, it used to be populated by Lenape tribes and by Dutch farmlands and things like that. And right after 1860s, this whole place turned more available to immigrants from like Europe, like German, Irish, and Jewish, migrants. They came to this neighborhood, and I think right about after 1860s, like in the 19th century, closer to that, 19th, 20th century, then it turned into Italian Harlem, and then at the end, it became a little more of a Puerto Rican Harlem, which a lot of Puerto Rican people moved in. So that's like a little brief history. And basically what happened here, it became called, people started calling it Spanish Harlem because of the Latin population. So let's see. This is a very vibrant neighborhood, there's a lot of culture. A lot of different people live here from different nations. Like I said, it used to be German, Irish, Jewish, Italian, and at the end, mostly Latin. Let's see, a lot of people kind of afraid. They like to come here for some reason. Like people that are not familiar with New York too well, because they think it's maybe not safe or something, because it's not like the serial upscale maybe neighborhood like downtown or something. But I don't believe that's true at all. Look at this mural, very cool. Interesting, right? From back in the days. So yeah, I mean, maybe back in the days it wasn't like necessarily the safest, but I feel like right now, with all the gentrification and police presence and everything, it feels safe. I mean, you have to use caution, just like anywhere you travel, right? Anywhere you go, as well as here, it's the same. So yeah, just just use your common sense. Maybe don't, especially like after dark, kind of maybe be on the lookout, depends which part. But trust me, we live here for years and I always felt safe. So that's all just like kind of like a myth. It's like when you travel to places, people many times tell you to be careful here and there, but like, I don't know, maybe I've just been lucky. Just use your common sense, just like everywhere else. People are nice here. There's a lot to do. There's a playground. Yeah, there's a lot to do. The Central Park is that way. If you keep walking that way, we'll reach Central Park. See, they have nice buildings. It's a cool neighborhood for sure. It's a lot of public transportation. Definitely a lot of culture. So I'm walking currently, let me see where I'm at. It's Lexington Avenue. I'm reaching 100th Street now. Let's see where we are. Another cold day today. But you know me, I like going for my walks and filming locations. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is 3rd Avenue right there. 3rd Avenue and 100th Street. Let's see if we can find. I'm also looking for some like cool murals. I see one across the street. I'm gonna show you guys. Because actually Spanish Harlem, or East Harlem, since we're on the east side, it is known for really cool murals and street art. Hopefully this all still here. So let's wait. Hopefully they weren't painted over the years. Let's find out. I'm gonna cross the street right now. I already see one on the building behind us, behind this front one. Yeah, today is Sunday, so it's not super busy. It definitely gets busier on a weekday, when the school is on and everyone's working. So let's see here. Beautiful sunny day too. Lucky. At least it's not like raining or something. All right, guys, we're coming up to this really cool mural right now. There's a few actually. Look at that one. Very cool. Wow, you see that one? Looks like a mother holding a child. I don't know the history behind it, but it also looks like One World Trade Center. Let's walk around, because I was standing on the street. Let's keep going. It's right there. Yeah. There's another one you see over there. Look at this beautiful building. So cool. I love the architecture and design. Oh, there's a lot to see, a lot to walk. To see this neighborhood. We are only on 100th Street right now, so it's way higher than we can go together, so you guys can see. Look, that looks like a bird, right? Right there. So cool. All right, I don't know if I should go that way or go down the hill. Let's go back here, I think. Let's walk down and then go north. Oh, right behind me, there was a mural too. Let's see, let's find out what we can find, as always. I love these little walks. It's like, neighborhood is always changing. I mean, New York City is always changing, so are the neighborhoods here. It's like, if you've been somewhere before, you come back half a year later, you might find completely different things. So that's what I like about the city. Maybe let's go back. I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a school there. I don't know if I can increase. Yeah, right there. There are murals there too, very cool. All right, let's keep going this way maybe. Show you guys. There's a bunch of stores here. See? Actually, I used to love coming here shopping. This used to be kind of cheap stores. I don't know if they're still cheap because I feel like everything went up in price these days. Let's see. Oh, my hand is already starting to freeze over. Let's see if we can find more murals. I really like that street art. Remember when we went to Copenhagen, Denmark? You know, the neighborhood. That, what do you call it? Neighborhood, Freetown, Christiania. If you guys can watch my old shorts from Denmark. I didn't post any videos, but I have shorts from there. It's a really cool neighborhood. So I really like street art. Let's see.
Oh shit.
I'll try to find more stuff.
Yeah, you guys didn't have to wait, my bad, bro.
So yeah, we are just at the beginning of Harlem. I'm gonna keep walking and see the neighborhood as much as we can until my hands will freeze over again, as always. All right, this is here. I think, I don't know, police department? I think, yeah, it says police department. Never mind all the trash you see on the floor. But yeah, this is police department right at 102nd Street and 3rd Avenue. See all these cars? That says George Washington houses. Here we are. So yeah, this neighborhood is famous for a lot of different cultures. Latino cultures, you know, European cultures. Like I said in the past, it started with, you know, German, Irish, and Jewish immigrants. Then it turned into Italian Harlem. And then with the migration of Puerto Rican people, it turned into Spanish Harlem. That's where the name is coming from. Yeah, these days, look at this. This is actually, let's see, a famous mural. I'm looking for that one actually. I think it's like Frida Kahlo, you know, that artist from Mexico. So we're approaching. Oh, my hand is freezing over. It's gonna get busier here for sure. Street vendors, you can buy stuff. Of course, McDonald's. All right, guys, let's hope my camera will be safe. I mean, I know this place so well. Like I said, we used to live a little higher up. It was fun.
And it's crazy because everyone at my church is telling you to leave your ass alone. And what did I do?
Someone's mad right behind me. I don't want to film the video.
Girl, you can have it. I don't even care anymore.
Okay, we are currently 104th Street coming up. Yeah, lots of stores here, as you can see. Yeah. Let's see, Burger King. Yeah, some spots can get a little, you know, a little crazy. Look at these stores. This store is the cheapest place you can find anything, I guess, in New York at this point. Because things went up in price so much. I remember shopping in some of these stores back in the days. You want to save money, that's a place to go, you know, one of these like local shops. Oh, yeah, this used to be like a clothing store. Looks like, I'm surprised it's still open. Looks like it's still here. Yeah. I am looking for some cool murals. Oh yeah, there's one right there. I see it already. Let's go across the street. Over there. Show you guys. That's a famous one. Might need to stop by later. Take a photo of it. Right there. Yeah, there's a lot of street art here. Look at that one. It's so cool. This is some clothing store. I'm assuming Michael Jackson, right? That's funny. El Barrio. Look at this. I love this stuff. Don't you love it, guys? But look at this across the street. Very cool. Street art. Everywhere you go. There's another one. Looks like a whale tail. And there's a bunch of... I'm showing you everything. Good and bad. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, Harlem is also famous for these like little gardens. It's like a community garden where you can have like your little flowers or vegetables sometimes. You know, you can sit in the summertime. Look at all this trash stuff. Oh, hi. Hi, Network Intel. You are back. Nice to see you again. So yeah, today, as you see, I'm doing a little tour about Harlem, the famous neighborhood in New York City. Show you guys around. You know, it's funny. It used to be, I feel like it used to be kind of cheap to live here, but lately, I mean, everything went up in price in New York City, so it's crazy. Even like, you know, the neighborhood that used to be cheaper, which what essentially attracted all the immigrants back in the days, you know, in 1900s, now it's freaking so expensive too. Like, one of the reasons why we moved is because it got so expensive, guys. Look at this cool mural. Barrio, see? Beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful street art. So yeah, it's like, I feel like right these days, you know, in New York City, you can't escape price increases. It's just, I don't know if you guys where you live, it's the same, or it's just like in America, I'm not really sure. But New York is like out of control. Starting rents, that's a good question. I haven't checked in the past 3 years, but I mean, where we live right now in Jersey is way cheaper for a 2-bedroom apartment than anywhere in New York, I feel like. I would have to check to see the exact prices, but I want to say $2,000. My friend was the other day looking for an apartment, and she said it was like a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere uptown, and there was a hole in the wall, and the landlord wanted $4,000 for that apartment. And you know, she didn't even want to fix the hole in the wall. So that's kind of crazy. Insane. You know, people don't care. It's very difficult to afford like living here. So I feel like where we live is perfect because it's like it's still close to the city, but you know, don't have to pay huge rent like it would be here. So yeah, that's the reality of life lately, you know. Let me see. Sorry, I missed that. Let's keep going, guys. Let's see. Sorry, I feel like I missed the question. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Can you believe that? There was a hole in the wall. My friend said, like, you know what, I'm definitely not gonna live here, definitely not taking this place unless you fix the hole. And the landlord basically told her, you know what, I don't care, because I have other applicants for this place. Crazy, right? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, it's been always expensive here, but I think it's way more expensive now. Not even sure why. Network Intel, where are you from? Like, where do you live? I'm just curious, you know, to compare like New York to other states. It's interesting to me, like how people live in other places. Sometimes we watch shows, you know, what do you call it, like these like reality TV shows, and people like buying houses is so easy. Here, guys, it's crazy. Even New Jersey, the prices are insane. Oh, you're from Southern California, so you probably know what I mean about the prices. I'm sure California is very expensive too, right? I mean, I love California. I'd love to be there now, especially because it's so cold here. Ooh. So yeah, so then you know about the prices for sure. But New York is like out of control, you know. So So yeah, even this neighborhood became kind of like that too. There's no escape, guys, you know what I mean? No escape. This price increases. But now New York City has a new mayor. Maybe you heard about him. I don't know if it's gonna change things for better or for worse, but a lot of people are hopeful that it's gonna be for better. I'm just hoping they're gonna cancel congestion fee for driving. You know, we have to pay just to drive through Manhattan from like downtown to what, 61st Street. I think it's like with Easy Pass it's like $9 extra. So oh yeah. Yeah, he was. I think he was inaugurated as a mayor in one of those abandoned subway stations that's very hard to get into. Which is kind of cool. Some people compare it to like the Ninja Turtles. They used to live underground. Let's see, some of these stores are closed, you see. What do we have here? Tito Puente Educational Center. I'm not sure, it's probably like a school. I think Tito Puente used to be a musician, like I believe maybe jazz musician, very famous. So yeah, they have the whole school dedicated. I believe there is also Tito Puente Way, which is like a street name. Yes, my friend, rent is out of control. Out of control, I'm telling you. Some friends of mine are still managing to live here. You know, you need like, many times people have roommates or they live in really small places. I mean, I don't know, maybe in Brooklyn you can find something somewhere really far, or Queens, kind of affordable, but yeah, it's just, I feel like it shouldn't be that expensive to have a place to live, you know? And just buying a home these days is even harder. Any pop shop around? You know, that's a good question about pop shops here. I'm sure they exist. I'm like literally just walking around and seeing what they got, because I haven't been here in a long time. Like this used to be the place. We live like more like that way towards Central Park. We used to live, I mean. And like I said, Harlem is like always changing too. So let's see if we can find something if I keep walking. Let's find out what we get. There's a tattoo shop there. Let's see. There's so much stuff going on. I'm only at like the beginning of Harlem, kind of. If you can imagine, it's pretty big. So it goes from like 5th Avenue on the west, kind of by Central Park, towards the East River, which is that way. So it's spread out for sure. Very, very diverse neighborhood, which is something I like. There you can hear some music playing. Water shop, I'm sure it exists here. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if it's here. Here's like bodega, you know, the shops, the local like small little grocery things where you can buy a little bit of each. Those little bodegas, they call them here in Harlem. I think we just passed one playing music. Yeah, very urban spot here, definitely. See, we're 111th Street. We're coming close to the street that we used to live on, but not this part, a little more to the west. I'm gonna eventually walk there. I'm curious to see my old building. Let's keep crossing. Let's see. It's crazy to imagine this whole part of Manhattan used to be like a countryside, right? And now it turned into multicultural destination for a lot of people. Okay, what do we got here? Barber shop. Those are famous too. Let's see. You wanna get a haircut here? That's the place to go. What do we have here? Some kind of little garden? I don't know. Some people probably would tell me not to pull out my camera like that in the open, but it's really not bad, you know. Everyone has a phone these days too. It's not like something special. So I am definitely not scared. Oh, you did? Nice. You guys probably have those too. Obviously, everyone has barbershops in the neighborhoods. Actually, here's Puerto Rican flags by this building. I'm trying to find a specific mural. I don't remember where it was. Let's go back here. I want to show you guys like the area where we used to live. I'm gonna walk this way, I think. See all these big buildings. Do you guys have those in California? Like New York City? I mean, like we have here, it's called New York City Housing Authority. Like a rent stabilized buildings. We have a lot of them. I don't know the whole like history behind it, but I just know briefly that back in the days, I forgot which president did it, but they decided to diversify, you know, New York City. So it's not like all area that's, you know, all poor, all area just rich. They try to spread it out. So if you keep going, even if you go like downtown somewhere, you'll find these buildings, these housing buildings too, like that, like behind me. Let's cross the street. I see some sculptures. So yeah, back in the days, I remember they actually wanted to destroy them. Those buildings. Look at these cool little statues someone has in their yard. So funny. You can probably some kind of sculptor that lives here. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, you see this building? They're kind of like everywhere. So yeah, once upon a time, I remember when I still lived here, they wanted to destroy some of them and like turn some of them into like these more high-rise kind of pricey buildings, because this whole neighborhood is a great neighborhood, you know. It's close to Central Park, it's close to transportation. This is Manhattan, still not that far up. So I think they wanted to profit off it and just turn these buildings into something they can charge people tons of rent for, or like to buy. But that went over, because imagine how many people live there. Like, where would you relocate all these people? That would be crazy. So yeah, all throughout the city you can find these buildings for sure. I think they wanted to get rid of them also because there's definitely a higher crime rate in those buildings. Not these, but you know, the housing authority buildings, from what I know, from what I heard. So it's harder to control, you know, the population there. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be possible anytime soon. We are actually going towards Central Park right now. So let's see. This is called Thomas Jefferson houses. Yeah, they all have like some sort of famous person's name. This is already 112. See, they have like these little shops, you guys, all over Harlem, where you can buy things a little cheaper. All right, going closer. Trying to remember, there used to be a really cool mural of street art. Yeah, Central Park is very nice. It's super nice. It's very busy with people, especially in the summertime. So we're gonna walk, I think, towards it eventually. So let's keep going, guys. I'm gonna show you. I'm trying to find. Yeah, I didn't finish my sentence. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this mural. They used to have like this Puerto Rican frog. It's called Coqui. It was so cool. It was so cute, and I just don't remember where it used to be. Can't remember. I wish I could find it. It was really cute. But like I said, Harlem is big, so I need a long time to walk around and show you everything that's here. There's tons of restaurants, tons of like cafes, and you know, you saw some stores. Let's see. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe it was around the corner here. Yeah, it's definitely some trash on the floor. But that's New York. That's part of it. That's how things are here. You know, if you ever lived in a big city, you know, many times that's how it is, at least in America. I'm not sure Europe. I've been to some capitals, they're super clean. Okay, let's see. We are coming closer and closer to Central Park. I know it's hard to imagine it's here, but it's here. It's behind these buildings in front of us. So, nail salon, beauty salon, lots of stuff. Some things are closed because it's Sunday. See, tamales. Those are good. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Puerto Rican food. I've tried it in the past. Very good. Just forget if it's Latin like food dish or it's specifically from Puerto Rico originated. I don't remember. If you guys know, let me know. Okay. Oh yeah, this is really cool mural. I already see one. I know. Makes you hungry, like, right? Walking by these like little mom and pop restaurants. Oh, I gotta go quicker. I think there's ambulance coming up. Makes you hungry. 1 second. All right, barber shop. Another one. I can't tell if they don't clean here or it's from the wind because it's been really windy lately. All this trash. But let me show you guys. Look at this. This is a public school for kids. This mural is so cool. I also don't remember the history behind it. A lady. But isn't it cool? It's so big. It's like mosaic, I believe. It's so big. I don't know how they made that stuff. There's like a church there. Okay, so let's go this way now. I'm determined to find more things. We're gonna come closer to the park and then I'm going to maybe go to the right. I'll show you guys more. Oh, it is? Oh, thank you. I know, New York has its beauty, definitely. Thank you for the compliment for the city. New York has its charm, you know, it can be dark and grim and, you know, dirty at times and crazy, but there's never a dull moment here, you know, if you live here. Sometimes it's too much, but when you move away, you might miss the madness, you know, of the city. If you take a train in New York, if you take it a lot, you'll see all kinds of people. All kinds of people. I've seen people rolling on the floor, people dancing on the poles like insane. So there's never a dull moment here in the city. But look, so we're coming closer to Central Park. So you see they built all these beautiful buildings, tall, huge buildings. They turned this, like basically these buildings weren't here, but they turned this into like these expensive, beautiful buildings. And there's housing authority right there, and there's more there. So it's like, you see, it's very diverse. We are right under the bridge. I believe Metro North trains going on top here. This is Urban Garden Center. I guess it's open right now. They sell like trees and plants and things like that. Very interesting stuff. Yeah. Here we are right under Metro North. See this giant bridge? I love these wings. They've been popular. People used to take photos. They're still there, I guess. All right, so yeah, so this is the area where we used to live. I mean, it looks very built up now. All these giant buildings were built. They started building them when we still lived here, but I guess they're completely finished now. Looks great. They weren't here when we first moved here. They were more like these like older New York City buildings from back in the days. Okay, let's keep going, guys. I'm gonna try to show you as much as possible of this neighborhood, East Harlem. So yeah, the myth about this neighborhood. You have to be careful, you know, like something bad can happen. But you know, my traveling experiences, I think the scariest I've ever been was actually taking a train, a subway in Philly, Philadelphia. There are, you know, there are subway lines when you go to the last stop. I would not recommend to anyone. You know, people say like be careful in Spanish Harlem, be careful in Bronx here in New York. It's nothing compared to to Philadelphia. SEPTA trains, at least some lines. I don't know if anyone's watching from Philly. What do you think, guys? You probably don't even take, you're probably driving. So yeah, that's the scariest I've ever been, but not in Spanish Harlem. I mean, maybe like really late at night, you gotta be careful, maybe take a taxi, but let me see. I always say I was still always back to wall in the subways. Yeah, that's true. If you're trying to take a subway, my advice, be careful for sure. Because some, you know, you probably heard in the news, like people get pushed on the subway onto the train, which is very scary. Something just happened recently like that too. 72-year-old man was pushed onto the train by some, I don't know, crazy 29-year-old guy who was studying to be a doctor. That's insane, you know. Thank God he's in custody. Should be arrested for the rest of his life. The poor old man. Right on New Year's night. It's crazy. So yeah, you're right. You have to be careful. You should stand by the wall. And just go in when the train comes. Always use caution. Sometimes most normal looking people can be the craziest ones, you know. So yeah, that's true. It's definitely a reality here. That would be the scariest part, I think. So yeah, we are coming back north. So I don't even know, should we go that way? Should we go that way? I'm not sure. They're both good. So if you keep going that way, you'll reach Central Park. But we're gonna go north, guys, because this video, this live stream is not about Central Park. It's more like about Spanish Harlem neighborhood. So Central Park another time, I think. All right, so these are the buildings that's been here, as far as I remember, forever and ever. The scaffolding is always here. Taft houses, see? So yeah, I probably wouldn't go here at night, but during the day it's nothing. It really is nothing, guys. Don't believe everything you hear. It's been, I mean, I'm sure there are conflicts between people, but maybe they live there between certain groups of people. But for regular people, it's fine. All right, maybe there's a supermarket. Let's go that way. I'm not really sure which way is better. If you have even a preference. Yeah, I'll show you everything. Like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Show it all. This is some nice school. It's been built years ago. Looks like a nice modern building. We're gonna go north. We're gonna go higher and higher. I think the worst part of Spanish Harlem, I would say, would be 125th Street, which, let's see, maybe I can reach it. Hopefully my phone's not gonna die. Doing these lives really kills my battery, but if I can reach it to show you, that would be probably the worst part. The rest is cool. It's fine, don't be scared. I mean, don't be like naive person walking around if you ever come here. But if you're confident, if you know, careful, you're just like aware of your surroundings, you'll be totally fine, I promise. Let's see, we are just walking so far. Yeah, this part has a lot of these buildings, you see, tons of them. So far, looks pretty peaceful. In summertime it gets a little crazier, I'd say. In winter everyone's cold. Have you actually ever been to Compton in LA? I've been to LA, but never to that part. So yeah, it's not like there. It's not here like there, like it's not the same. it's definitely not the same. Let's see. It's really not that bad, in my opinion. I don't know. Oh, really? You've been? What do you think? Is it true? Like the myth about it being scary, better not go there. Is that true? Because that's what sometimes people spread fear about these neighborhoods. And it's not really true. They're running out of house. Oh, I know. We watched recently, and Eric watched recently. Oh yeah, I'm sure. We watched a video about this British YouTuber that went to Compton. And, you know, the way he showed it, there were some neighborhoods where the tents are, right, on the floor. That's like, I'd say scary. And he stayed in the car with his driver. But overall, he showed some neighborhoods, it wasn't bad. I don't know. He said he was feeling safe, but maybe because it was the daytime. He went in the daytime, not nighttime. I don't know. All right, this is already 116th Street. Back in the days. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, I'll bet you. It's sad, you know. There's so many people, and it's just, what can you do to help everyone, right? I don't know. I don't know what's the solution. All right, guys, let's cross. I want to push further, so I can show you more. This is Madison. I'm sorry, 116th Street, Madison Avenue. This is nice. They have like, this part is actually quite nice. They have some like nice buildings. So you see Woman Up. Let me show you a map. See, East Harlem. We are like kind of right in the middle, right here. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go here, Lexington, and like right here. This is like the worst part right there, 125th Street. So let's see if we can make it. I wish I could see if my battery is good. But when I do live, I can't really see. The public transportation in New York City is good, honestly. There's tons of buses. You can just pay. You know, we don't use Metro cards anymore. You can just tap your Apple Pay, your phone, or your credit card, or use that like Omni card, refillable. Yeah, so it's very easy. When we lived here, I did not have a car because there was no point, you know. It's very hard to find parking. There's a little garden. It's very hard to find parking here. So there's no point to have a car, even though you see there's a lot of cars here in the city. I don't know why people need them, how they maintain them, because as expensive as it is, everything else is just the parking, guys. Like, there were times when we couldn't find parking at night. If you come really late, like from a trip or something, even in like parking garage, they're all full of cars. Crazy. So there was no point for us, you know, to have a car when we lived here. But now in the suburbs, it's kind of like unavoidable, right? But here in New York City, the public transportation is really good. There's tons of trains, buses, e-bikes, all that stuff. Very easy to maneuver yourself throughout the city and all the boroughs without the car. Yeah, so this street, as you can see, is kind of nice, right? It's interesting because all these like more rich, more poor buildings, they all sort of like spread out all around, you know? Yeah, so yeah, you guys don't need a car. If you ever come, if you visit, you don't need to rent a car unless you want to go somewhere upstate. Obviously, New York State is huge, so you can either take Metro North train or you can rent a car for that. But oh look, there's a train right on top. You hear the sound? You can see it. It's probably on the other side of the tracks. Let's go. I don't even know. Let's go here. I'm trying to get to 125th Street, the worst part, so you guys can see how it looks like over there. We're going to Lexington Avenue and 125th Street. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. Beautiful sun today. This is like, who knows what's here under the bridge. Literally nothing, just some space. Okay. Let's see, you can cross. I always check before crossing, even if it's a green light. 'Cause you never know. Drivers in the city are crazy. You gotta be crazy when you drive here because you'll never get a chance to go. That's one thing to know. Respect the rules, but you know, don't hesitate. Look at this red building. The whole thing is red. I think it's closed, right? Doesn't look like, I don't know if people live here. It's been like this forever. Okay. Well, there's some church. Looks like. Let's see. Where are we? We are getting closer to Lexington Avenue, where I wanted to take you guys. Look. Here we are. Beautiful little cathedral. All right, let's keep going. Today is cold, but it's not the worst. Not too bad. It's kind of like 31 to 33 degrees. It's not bad, you know. Oh yeah, thank you. It does look beautiful, right? I'll be honest, I don't go to church, but I do like the you know, the architecture of these buildings, especially old ones from back in the days, like Gothic and neo-Gothic type of architecture. Those are the most beautiful, very European looking. What do we have here? Oh yeah, this is some abandoned, you see, building. I think it's been here abandoned forever and ever. It's like nothing here. Some buildings just stay like that. It's crazy. No one does anything to them. If we keep going that way, guys, we're gonna reach a big mall in New York. New York City malls are not like suburb malls. They're not spread out. Like on the floor, they go up. So that mall has like, I don't remember, 5 or 6 floors. It's 116. Where are we even? I don't even know. Try to see the street. See the shoes hanging off the poles. Do you guys know what that means? I heard that these are used to be like the signs for drug spots. I'm not really sure if that's true or it's just a myth. A lot of myths out there, so I don't know what's true sometimes. All right, let's go this way. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Okay, we are going to go. Wait, is this Lexington? I think it is. Yeah, I want to take you guys to the worst neighborhood. Hopefully not lose my camera. I'm just kidding. It should be fine. Daytime is fine. These people are just minding their own business usually. Oh yeah, you did. You did hear that? Yeah, me too. I don't know how true it is, but that's the story behind it. And honestly, I've seen a lot of these here. Shoes hanging off the poles. All right, let's see where we are right now. There's another nice building there. Keep going, guys. We are approaching. It's 118th Street. We are approaching the neighborhood that I consider, I think, the worst in the whole Spanish Harlem. The one infamous, I should say, 125th Street. I think if you're tourists, you can go there during the day, but I wouldn't go there at night too much. And if you go, just be vigilant. That's all. I don't think it's that, I don't know. When you travel, I feel like you lose a little bit of fear, you know. The more places you go, the more you learn how to maybe adapt, understand how people live, how to behave yourself, how to respect, you know, different cultures and different people. So that's why I think travel is so important for everyone, because it opens your eyes, right? On cultures, on people, on different lifestyles. If you stay in one place forever, I feel like it keeps you a little closed-minded, maybe, I don't know. So we are getting closer. It's already 120th Street. So we are almost there. Getting really, really close, guys. Stick around with me. Let's hope my phone doesn't die before the live is over. Before I show you. See, yeah, It is Lexington Avenue, 120th Street. We literally have like maybe 5 blocks to go. Look at this beautiful mural. Maybe that's a school probably. It's like a little boy reading a book. Beautiful. Okay. I want to cross on the other side into the sun, on the sunny side. Because it's warmer on the sun. I don't feel too cold actually today, thankfully. Yeah, not a lot of people. Honestly, if you come out in the summertime, you guys would see so much more people on the streets. And I'm just showing you a little, kind of like a little piece of Harlem. It's quite big, so I feel like it's going to be like a 3-hour or 4-hour live if I show the whole, every street. So we just have to see what we can today. For now, maybe in the future I'll do another part of Harlem. Because like I said, it goes pretty high, so yeah. Around these buildings they have a lot of scaffolding all the time. I don't know if it's for just like catching trash, just protecting pedestrians walking, or is it like for restoration? I don't know, I'm not really sure, but I've always seen these. You see these scaffolding around these giant buildings? They're always there for some reason. Beautiful day today. I'm so excited about the sun. I'm talking about some other snowstorm. I don't know. I'm on a vacation next week, so it's okay. I have to struggle with driving to work through the city, through the highways. Okay, let's see. We are approaching. This is 122nd Street and Lexington Avenue. Getting closer. Almost there, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's cold now, so maybe there's not much going on there on 125th Street where I want to show you. But during summertime, trust me, it's crazy there. It's not the best place to go as a tourist, that's for sure. Let's see. Where are we now? It says Life Spire Garden. Look how cool. Look at all this. Let's look at it. Still Christmas decorations. I think it's Puerto Rican flag on top. It's a little folded, hard to see. Let's see. Wow, someone really took care of this one. Look at this, guy. So yeah, they have a lot of these kind of gardens, you know. It says Merry Christmas. It's a Mexican flag, right? And also from Brazil. Yeah, this is very, that's what I like about New York. It's very international, you know. It's very like diverse. I like diversity. So that's perfect. All right, it's getting closer, guys. 2 more blocks of walking. So close. I'm almost at an hour for the live, and like I said, we're just seeing a little piece of it. It's like, if you think about it, Manhattan is such a kind of small island, right? But it has like what, 8 million people living here. And if you keep walking, like, yeah, you can see it all, but it's like, it takes forever and ever, obviously. Small island or not, still takes a long time. Okay, almost there, guys. Sorry if my hand is shaking a little, camera. This gets a little cold, frozen a little bit. Another store, or was this like a food place? Jimbo's, hamburger, toys. Yeah, here we are. There's can be a lot of shady stuff here. See, we are on Lexington 125th Street. This place here, especially in summer, especially at night, gets a little crazy. There's a lot of unfortunate people here. A lot going on. I'm gonna put my camera a little lower. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I'm gonna go this way actually. just because they're playing music and I don't want it to copyright my video. So I'm just gonna go around. Well, maybe it's like a famous song or something. I'm gonna go around, guys. Only because of that. There's some kind of party, street party going on there. Yeah, I'm not scared to walk by. I just don't want music to interrupt my life. You know, YouTube is very strict with that. One time I did a video around where was a Rockefeller tree, an ice skating ring. They were playing music and I got a copyright for that. So you got to be careful. You do live streams. Sorry, let me walk around. They're probably building another nice building. Yeah, Spanish Harlem has gotten very gentrified since like 1990s. So it's not the same probably as it used to be in like 80s or something, you know. You probably heard the story that, you know, New York used to be really crazy back in the 80s. I didn't live here personally. I moved in 2005, so way after. So, but back in the days, you know, New York City used to be a crazy place. Very unruly, but that changed, especially since 1990s. Not today. We didn't see much today of police presence, but usually there's a lot of them here too, obviously. But not today, I don't know. Maybe because it's cold. I'm not really sure. There's another mural. Let's see what they have here. Let's look into this little mirror. I heard that you were formerly from where? Oh, I'm formerly from the western part of Ukraine, from this beautiful medieval city called Lviv. And I moved to US in like, I don't even remember, 2005? So almost 20 years ago. So yeah, my family's still there and visited them right before the war started, so they're okay. And yeah, I've been living in New York City for like 17 years. I lived by Seattle and Bellevue first, then I moved to New York City. I lived there for maybe like 17 years. And now we live in New Jersey. Yeah, look at this cool mural, guys. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a long story. I definitely feel like I've been here forever and ever, you know. So let's see, let me show you more because people are walking, so I don't want to like directly film them, but here we go. Look at these murals, so beautiful, right? Really love street art here. There's another one. I guess these are, I'm not sure, musicians from back in the day. If you guys know, let me know. Look at this one. Wow, this is really cool. Wow, look at that. This looks like a Picasso style mural. Wow, very cool. Right? They are gorgeous, thank you. I agree. I love street art. And these are real artists that do that. Like, this is beautiful. Okay, so all right, guys, let's see. There's a bunch of stores. So it keeps going that way. If you go that way, you see there's a bridge already going to Queens there. Right there. So we're like almost at the end. Let's keep looking at these murals and going here. So beautiful. I gotta take photos after I'll finish live. I'll take pictures. Maybe I'll post it somewhere. I really appreciate art because I used to study art back in the days. And I was still in Ukraine. I went to art college. So I do appreciate art a lot. I don't really do much lately, to be honest, unfortunately, but my sister is a really great artist. She would probably love these. I love that. I have to like walk slower so we can really enjoy and appreciate it. 1 second. Oh, what's that? Like a mermaid? I know, so cool, right? Look, looks like a mermaid. This is like a subway. Oh, this one's really cool. This one's really beautiful. It's like a whale fish. Wow. Yeah, New York is famous obviously for arts, of course. Beautiful. I have to come like closer, like, I mean, not sorry, not closer, further away maybe, so it's easier to see all the stuff. So cool. I haven't been here. Look at all this ice on the floor. Haven't been in this neighborhood in a long time. Oh, look, there's nothing here, so we can see the construction. Definitely building some kind of modern building. Oh, there's more. Wow, it just never ends. Subway, A train. Wow, look at this. Wow, beautiful. Very cool. We are almost done with the wall murals. I definitely have to take photos, guys, after I'm done doing this live. Some few of them. Yeah, so here's the subway station, see, 456, there's like some party happening there. I don't want to walk by there. There's more murals that way. Yeah, if you go here, this is like a shopping area. So maybe I'll just walk that way a little bit. Let's go this way. So beautiful, right? I have to come back here to take a few photos of these, if my battery will be still okay. Yeah, so this is the train. It goes all the way, some of them all the way to Brooklyn, some to the top north to Bronx. So this train's really spread out. Look at this cool stuff. So much to see, right? I couldn't find my little cute froggy mural, but if I'll find it, I'll go back there and take a photo, post it later. So
You have one. That's why I don't like her.
those Popeyes. We are walking towards west side now a little. Harlem 125th Street. See, that's a train station on top. I believe this is Metro North. It goes all the way upstate New York. You could take a train from there upstate or to 42nd Grand Central, I believe. Yeah, see, Spanish Harlem is big, very diverse. You guys can see a lot going on here. Oh, you can hear a train. More murals. Look at cool. Yeah, never a dull moment. If you guys ever visit New York, you know. Yeah, see, Metro North Railroad. So yeah, you can take this station all the way to upstate New York. Alright guys, I think I have to probably finish my live soon before my battery dies on you. It happened to me before. Because, you know, we can keep walking and walking and it'll never end. That's how big New York is. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching me walking all over the city today. We, as you see, Spanish Harlem, nothing to worry about. Just, you know, just be vigilant. And thank you for all the comments. I appreciate it. And I really liked, you know, communicating with you guys. So thank you for watching again. I'll see you guys soon. Another week, another adventure coming up. All right, bye guys. Have a great weekend.